hear it. Oh.
Ooh, did you guys see that clip?
Of what?
What clip?
Here.
Oh, the OK Boomer clip on Twitch.
Oh, god damn it.
I love that you clipped that, by the way. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
love
even worse
that.
last night when we were sitting there. I was eating. I loved Fraz's comment about with the food. He goes, "Cause you're too lazy to prep it make it look that nice." I'm like, "Fuck
To
you."
plate it that well, yeah.
I'm like,
I fully agree
you're
with
not
that.
wrong, but god damn it, don't have to call me out.
Yeah, I think he has every right to call you out.
I mean, you did ask, why do you think I didn't make it?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I figured he would say something along the lines, "Oh, you can't cook that well." I would have accepted that answer. But the plating thing, like, fuck you.
It's just too real, isn't it?
It's just mean. Like, oh, but it was good. Oh my god, I ate 3 plates of this stuff last night. Oh.
So what was it?
So
what did
it
he
was
make? Because
chicken.
that looked like breaded chicken on
It was
top.
chicken
with
katsuya
rice and...
curry. So it's basically 2 curry blocks with onion and black pepper, and then a shot of whiskey. We used the vanilla. I don't recommend the vanilla because you can slightly taste it, and it does. I don't personally care for it. I think next time I'm gonna get some of the Northern Rye Crown that has less of a taste. And then the chicken he fried, did a light frying to it. And then the rice was just straight out of the rice maker. So I mean, there really wasn't that much work that he did in this thing. The only thing that we're talking about is the fact that next time he does it, instead of using pig fat, we're gonna try and see if we can't get some beef or chicken fat. Because he used bacon fat, which I'm not.
Yeah.
I could taste the pork, and while it was really good food, it's just that took me a bit to go with. But oh my god, he's an amazing cook.
Yeah. I love it.
I told him, I was like, "Oh, Wolf's gonna be so happy to have a secondary cook in this kitchen."
I am very happy that he exists.
You will have a backup chef, Wolf. Well, I mean, I'm happy
Hey,
to help.
you never know. He may boot me out of the kitchen.
I mean, he's got a plan for another Asian dish already. He said next time he comes over, he's got something else, and I can't remember what it was, but that was Japanese curry is what he called it.
Nice.
So, yep.
I dig it.
Oh yeah, it was fun. And he spent today basically chilling out. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend that you two should cook together. I think you'd have a fun time. Me and Drill just game. It's all right. While the ladies cook, the men will drink and game.
I'm pretty sure Wolf is coming over to kick your ass as well.
Wolf might be coming over tomorrow. So.
So he'll just assert his dominance. Okay.
No. Because there's one factor that I know, and that's I can still outdrink Wolf.
That is bull.
All right, you know, I'll tell you what, Wolf.
That one night you and I were drinking.
You were drinking much lighter stuff, and I
was drinking much heavier stuff.
And I was drinking 4 glasses
straight
ahead.
whiskey.
So was I.
No.
But we
were drinking the same amount.
As I told Calvin, if I get a bonus this December, I will go buy I'll buy 4 bottles of Crown, and we will sit down, Wolf, and we will settle this.
Stream it for us.
Okay.
Not on Twitch, like Discord.
No, it'll be straight up on Discord. Oh no, I wouldn't stream it because we don't need that. Also because I don't know how Wolf is when he's drunk, so yeah, just in case. But yep, I told him, I was like, yep, we'll do a full meal, you know, beforehand, and then we will sit down and we will drink and we will go until someone either passes out or quits.
I would get tired after the first sip.
See, I enjoy alcohol, but you really got to actually enjoy the taste of it. If we're talking like if me and Wolf have to do like say I don't know, like a cheap sailor whiskey or something like that, he's gonna kick my ass. I can't drink shit that doesn't have a flavor anymore. Like vodka, I won't even fuck with the stuff anymore. It's just not worth it. You need. Fuck, that's not. Wolf, I have no plans for 3 bonds.
That's too bad.
All right, Wolf, I got you. Here, let me copy and paste.
Guys, I'm a lizard.
That's what you mean,
No,
right?
no.
Damn it!
I mean, people, like
Uh,
specific people that you know.
can
Did he
I wait
send you
till next
pictures of,
session?
like,
Because I have nothing
did
off
he
my
send
head.
you,
Sure.
Okay.
did he
Yeah.
send you like pictures of fuzzy handcuffs, Wolf?
I do have a pair. Wolf. It was funny when Wolf and Dree were helping me get things packed. I think at some point Dree actually found my sex toy box under my bed.
She found the box and she was like, maybe a knife's in here. And you saw it from across the room and you were like, no, don't touch that.
And then she saw the lube, I think the bottle of lube, and she put it back. I'm like, oh god, thank you for not looking the rest of the way in. I'm like, you don't want to know what's in there, sweetheart. Trust me, it's not a
Why
good
didn't
idea.
you lock it?
It was
You-
it was a cardboard box that was under my bed and behind a
Mhm.
comforter, so you wouldn't notice it unless you're looking. And meanwhile, there are knives in the hallway on the wall. So it's like, no, please no.
All right.
Okay, that works.
So it's time to get started. I don't know if Miguel let you guys know, but he's dropping from the campaign
Oh,
because
okay,
his weekends are a lot busier than he thought they were,
okay,
which is all right. We all got personal lives.
Big oof.
no worries.
Wait,
Goof,
Zorba,
but
no.
I know, right? He was so
My
fun too.
backstory. No.
I'll remove him from this server then.
Zorba.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Where we last left off, you guys all finished a fight.
Some of us did.
Skinned and collected some goods off the Yetis,
And the
while
person.
the Remoraz got away, you
Bitch.
should say. Yeah, ran away. We lost our poor buddy. I can't even remember his name.
Halmo Nimble Fingers. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, Halmo Nimblefingers. We lost dear Halmo while he was making death saves. A very terrible medicine roll.
Really sad because I
made
had a +8 to medicine.
made Zorpo accidentally drop his mace of his Hellfire mace down onto Halmo's body, immediately sending his soul to hell.
Oh. Oh.
Hey guys, it's real warm down here. You should join me.
You don't know where his soul is now, but
I'm going to assume it's with his ex-wives.
I'm sure he's resting. heavy now.
Listen, okay, back where I'm from, when they call you Nimble Fingers, I wasn't as buff as my brothers, you know, we didn't get many options, there were only so many females, and half the time you can't tell if they're female, I was never married.
I see.
yeah.
We can tell.
So, you all took a long rest, mourned your dear friend, Halmo.
We did.
Mourned is a strong
Very
word.
short.
Nope, not a
morning.
single person. Not a single person was even a little bit upset that he died.
All of the ass I felt, all of the ass.
What he didn't know was it would be the last ass he ever felt. You all took a long rest, ate some of this delicious Yeti meat, and headed off towards the beach because screw this blizzard. You all made it to the beach where you found a body washed up along the shore. The body of this older-looking human man. And upon closer investigation, you found he had a couple what looked like green scales kind of hidden up under his long sleeves. And that's where we left off. You woke him up, shook him in the air, and quasi-interrogated him, sort of. And that's where we left off. What would you all like to do?
That is interesting wording for me shaking a lot.
Oh, I haven't been shaken this much since I left the birthing canals.
Alright, putting you down. Okay.
Beach. There's nothing.
Okay.
I looked around the beach. Is there anything?
Roll a perception check.
Uh, 5.
5. You see the sea, you see sand, you see rocks.
I'll roll a perception check too.
For just a second, you think you see God.
Sure,
Then you
roll.
realize
I got
it's
23.
23.
Yeah, 23.
You see the sea, you see sand,
I roll perception again.
you see rocks.
There's
No.
nothing here.
God damn it.
Oh,
Okay.
Hmm. I mean,
Oh. Sitting here won't get us anywhere.
that's usually what sitting around does. You tend to stand. Okay. Complete silence.
Joey, keep walking
As you
up
all
the...
stand and watch each other in silence, you
Yeah.
Shall
can't help
we?
but
know what?
notice you are
Shall
all
we?
aroused.
Sorry. Shall we keep walking the beachfront then? Because standing here is not gonna get us anywhere.
Hawkfeather will run ahead and scout the rest of the beachfront.
There goes my answer.
Okay. What way are you running? North or south along this beach?
South sounds fun.
South? Okay. How far would you like to run?
Yes.
All right. You start sprinting off, and Zorpo follows behind you. You're running along for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and mind you, you are fast. Zorpo's keeping up because he can bonus action dash, but you're just booking it along this beach. You've lost sight of the party behind you, and this roll a perception check.
Perception? Alright. Yo, for being a drunk, the fact that I have advantage in perception, wild.
Why do you have advantage on perception?
It's or proficiency. I mean, the fact that I have proficiency
Gotcha.
as a drunk. All right, I have a 16.
16?
Yep.
Looking around, first things first, you don't see Zorpo anymore.
You get.
Secondly, kind of taking in your surroundings, you pause, realizing your friend isn't with you anymore. And you don't notice any difference between this part of the beach and the part where you were at previously, where you met Guimeros. It looks
Guillermo's.
read, sound it out.
I'm fixing it right now. Shut up.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
you don't notice any difference. It's strangely uniform. Like it shouldn't be this similar all the way up and down this beach. The tree line is the exact same distance away. It just seems to continue in a straight line.
Huh. Question is, does Hawkfeather feel like sprinting? No. I'll start heading back towards.
Okay. Are you running back
Yeah, I'm
then?
running back.
Or are you just strolling?
There's no point in going on if it's all the same.
After running for about 2 or 3 minutes, you see lying in the sand, where it looks like Zorpo's footprints in the sand stopped. A little kind of glowing black and red mace.
Well,
Oh
I'll hold
boy.
on to this for Zorbo. Yes.
Oh god.
Is my soul lodged in it?
No, your soul is gone.
Your soul's in hell.
Your soul is
You're
long
in hell.
gone.
You're fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not gonna wield this. This is just gonna go in my bag. But like,
Okay.
hold on to that.
You kind of stow it in your bag. Don't look for your friend and just keep walking.
I mean, his footprints are gone, and there's just no one there. There's nothing to.
Aren't you like a cat?
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a
yeah.
You can sniff his scent.
I'm willing to bet he
I
sent
can
himself to
also
hell or something. But I'll
I
sniff
can
around.
also
I'm willing to bet.
Please
You
don't sniff
will
anybody.
recall. I mean, not that you would know this weapon does that. But Halmo's body stayed there after his soul was sent to
I'll
hell.
sniff around before I leave. I guess.
Roll a
Kitty
perception check.
can't go sniff sniff.
15.
15? Can't smell him. Yep.
Called it.
Yep.
I mean, he's just gone. His footprints just stop.
Yeah. Well, roll a survival check.
My survival has the exact same bonus as perception. 18.
18. The footprints do stop, but you see what's quickly being washed away by the crashing waves that keep coming in and out. What looks to be about a 3-inch thick groove in the sand that leads out to the ocean.
As a cat,
Is it
I make the
mermaid?
executive decision to not go in the and begin walking back to the party. More like
Okay.
I don't want to.
You walk back to the party, and where 2 people left, now 1 returns as you see Hawkfeather walking back at you guys in the distance.
Very confused looking.
Ah, I
Mhm.
too have eaten the kobolds.
The
What?
fuck?
I also have eaten kobolds, but
Uh,
they taste rather odd.
what?
Too gamey.
Huh?
Although
In
I don't
regular
usually
drunken
complain.
fashion, he vanished. All that's left is a weapon.
Okay.
Let's cut our losses. He's gone. He's dead. We aren't gonna look for him. It's fine.
Okay, let's not jump to conclusions that he's dead, per se. Just wandered off?
From the look of it, probably in the ocean.
Possibility,
He's dead.
but
No, groove
But-
leading into the ocean. Probably.
possibility, but he may have wandered into the forest.
I'm just gonna look at this party, kind of cleaning myself off the sand, and start following my map.
I'm going to follow.
I will follow the only
weird
person with a
gorilla
map.
man.
That seems like a good idea.
And yes, I'm referring to you as the gorilla man.
I
now
don't
because
look
of
like
your
a gorilla.
name.
I'm old.
Doesn't doesn't matter.
Aren't
your
you
name sounds
young
like
for your
gorilla, I'm
age?
calling you gorilla.
No, this character looks pretty old. While his body looks pretty young and healthy, his hair is graying.
Oh, so we finally
The
made
skin
an old
is
character.
a little
Holy
loose.
shit.
Yeah, he looks
Listen
pretty
here,
old.
Sonny. Don't you be making fun of my loose skin. Those skin flaps have been around since the early days.
Chuck, I was a female.
Hawkfeather decides to tune that out. And act like that was never said.
Anyways, I'm gonna follow the gorilla.
Okay. The silverback, if you will.
I will.
Yeah,
I will
that's
cut
what
you.
I would- Yeah, follow the silver guy.
I will cut you with a boomerang.
So is it
Okay, boomer.
Guermeros?
Yeah, let's go with Guermeros.
Guermeros. Okay.
It
So the
auto-generated.
Hellfire
Listen.
Mace was his item, right? That
What?
was the Kobold's thing, right?
Hmm?
The Hellfire Mace?
Yeah.
I didn't want to add the wrong thing. This is never going to get used. It's just going to sit there. But that's fine.
We can trade it.
Or you
Mhm.
can give it to me.
All right. So roll a survival check with advantage because you have your map, Guermeros,
Alright.
as you begin to walk off.
Survival +2. Cool.
Can I assist in this?
Please do.
I mean,
I got
he already has advantage. You can make your own survival check.
okay.
Just
'Cause I got a high
no
survival.
advantage, just straight.
Okay, I got an
A what?
18.
Oh, good, because I got an 8.
With advantage?
Okay.
Uh-huh. The first one.
Oof.
The first one was a 5 with my
The man
bonus.
without a map is better at this. Alright.
Oh, that's
So,
I have a
bad.
map. I didn't say I could read
as
it.
you're following Silverback,
It's a
um,
map.
with his
there's
map out,
pictures.
you quickly realize, looking over his shoulder, his map is turned upside down as he's walking off into a random direction.
Excuse me, gorilla. Gorilla man. Your location thingamajigger mappy thing. It's upside down.
Location.
You should rearrange it, put it in proper fashion.
I spin it,
Utilize it
and I spin it all the way back, full 360, and continue following it backwards.
Did he just rotate it back to the same way?
Listen, in my day, we fought wars without maps. All right.
Like a stupid way to do wars.
Indeed.
We killed things with tentacles and liked it.
Okay, I don't need to know your fetishes.
What's a fetish?
Child,
Tucker looks concerned
let
about
me
what's
sit you
happening.
down. Let me get out my brewing supplies and let us have this discussion.
Can I look at that map?
Alright, isn't the road ending right behind us?
Yes.
You roll a perception check, Maxwell.
Better this time. 19.
19. As you say that, you kind of look back out in the direction where that massive whirlwind
Yeah,
was
blizzard.
starting.
Yeah.
The blizzard, the erupting volcano, and in the center of them, this massive whirlwind looks to be a little closer than it was the day before.
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell them what I saw down at the beach, did I?
No, you did not.
No, you didn't.
The beach was all the same.
That's
Weirdly
how beaches
similar.
work, young man. I'm gonna be honest. It's all
Um,
sand and water.
Not
It's coarse
exactly.
and gets
You don't
everywhere.
understand. The tree line
And
is
it's
straight
irritating.
and
I
perfect.
hate it.
It's all the same.
Can I roll Arcana again? See if there's like any illusionary magic going on.
Sure, roll Arcana.
That's a nat 20 plus a 5, so 25.
25. Looking around, kind of, you close your eyes, praying to your deity who really helps you specialize in more of the arcane nature of magic rather than divine. You don't get any sense that any of this is an illusion, but you do get a very, very heavy feeling of this place, wherever you are, is extremely chaotic as far as magic goes. You feel the general sense of the weave, this tapestry that lets magic be harnessed by different people. it's frayed wherever you are. You're not sure what exactly that means, but that's what a nat 20 gets you.
Bad dice. Bad play.
Bad
Oh.
touch. Bad touch.
This place we're standing. Oh. Okay then.
Now we hold
No
all the
big
power.
This place we're standing on is very, very dangerous magic-wise, and we might need to get out as soon as possible. Any questions?
No,
Yes.
let's go.
No questions? Of course.
Wait. Don't you ignore me, young lady. I've seen many
No.
moons beyond your times.
No
Why
questions
is
from
the
anyone
gorilla
in
talking?
Mr. Catman? Sorry, I don't understand. I don't know your name. But, if you can you please grab enough logs so we can build a boat?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I am gonna continue following the map even if it is upside down.
And we're gonna ignore him as he wanders off.
Can I
Trying
just
to roll up
follow
character
the
number 4.
gorilla? I'm just gonna follow the gorilla and make sure he doesn't
Just gonna see what happens.
go anywhere
Okay.
too far and do
It's me,
anything stupid.
Desmos.
Guermeros, what's your intelligence score?
Straight intelligence? That is a 15.
Mm-hmm.
Could fool me.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It doesn't take a whole lot to realize this map doesn't show any of the same landmarks as where you remember being before whatever made you fall asleep.
Yikes.
I'm gonna still follow into the forest to see if I can't find landmarks somewhere. Cause honestly, that looks like an endless ocean to me. I'm not interested. Land is better than water. In my experience.
Okay.
While I'm following him, I'm just gonna keep a mental note of like the path we're going down. That way.
All right. Roll a general survival check.
Okay.
Okay. Both of us?
No. Just Besmos.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. You feel like you have a pretty good idea of where you came from as you're following him along. We'll cut back to you shortly. Hawk and Zyra and Maxwell.
Yeah.
You guys, I assume, left this this Triceratops cart on the beach or
Well,
near it.
yeah, near, because if you have to put it in the beach, it's gonna be really annoying to bring back.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How are you going to go about trying to construct a boat?
Well, first I'm gonna question if any of us know how to use a boat. Because I don't.
I can probably.
Do any
do
of you
both.
have
You're
sea vehicle
gone, Besmos.
proficiency?
I have land proficiency. I don't have
Land
boating
proficiency.
I have.
I can swim.
No.
I can
Water
swim.
efficiency.
I'm good
And
at swimming.
suddenly the silverback is a smart one.
Hawker is gonna put it out there that maybe a boat's not the best option.
Well, we aren't going inside there, as I point to the forest, and we don't know what to do out there, as she points over to the ocean. And we may possibly die.
Good pep talk.
Might die in the ocean. We don't have enough. We see nothing. We don't have a lot of food. I think our best choice is land. I'm picking the forest.
Fair.
Can I try to find where the gorilla went?
Yeah, roll a survival check.
God damn it.
Oh, Mr. Silverback Gorilla, wait for us!
Fuck off.
17.
17?
Yep.
Yeah, they're not trying to hide their path through the woods. You find them pretty quickly.
Wait, where's the
And
cart?
kind of rushing after them. Yeah, do you leave the cart behind or do you bring it with you?
I
We
mean,
can try, but the person that usually pulls the cart ran away with the gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
Maxwell, would you like to hold on to the cart for a while?
Maxwell was never heard from again.
He fucking died.
You look and you see another line heading to the ocean.
What?
No.
Raz.
Well, I can't
Stop
pull
being
this cart
abducted
alone.
by sea creatures.
I am weak.
Someone was talking to me. Sorry.
Hi, welcome back, bud.
The line is gone and he's back.
Yeah, sorry.
Would
Sorry,
you
what
like
happened?
to carry the cart for a while?
Carry the cart, not pull it.
You know what? Pull it.
Like,
pull it,
like
shut
straight up
Mark.
lift?
You know what? Get them gains, bro. Get them gains.
Get them
Get
games.
some-
More
Like straight up
demons.
lift?
No, he means just push the cart for a
Pull,
while.
pull.
Yeah, I can easily do that. Yeah, I can easily do that.
Alright.
Okay.
I guess I'll help.
You're gonna need help, yeah. So with you two pulling the cart, you
Thank
make your way through the forest, and pulling at a pretty good pace, you eventually catch up with Guermeros and Besmos. Guermeros and Besmos, you hear this thunk, 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 thunk of these kind of still rounded out wheels by now, just kind of going up and over different roots and different shrubs here and there, coming behind you.
And
Oh.
that's the time that I cut down a bat in single combat.
The flesh cart is here. Silence gorilla.
Listen here, youngling. Alright? In my day, you primitives were much easier to kill.
Okay, Boomer.
My God.
We have a saying in my. Okay, boomer.
I just realized this cart is getting weirder and weirder because now we have a fur-lined Triceratops cart because of the Yeti fur on it.
Yes.
This cart's gonna look weird by the end.
As I said, the flesh.
It, flesh cart.
So-
I suddenly don't want to pull it
Okay.
anymore.
We went through the blizzard. Well, I don't know if we went halfway, but we went through there.
I doubt we even went halfway.
I went all the way.
You went all the way to hell.
Ooh.
We go to sulfur.
Teleporter. Did I hear teleporter?
Sulfur.
Sulfur.
Yeah, there was like a sulfur
Like-
smell.
Like the thing in
Yeah,
volcanoes?
the volcano.
About the sulfur.
That way we know where we're going, or at the very least
I
get a landscape of what the fuck we're on.
I say we just continue down the middle.
Hawk Feather Climb Tree?
Last time we went down
Into
the
the
middle, we
hurricane?
went through a blizzard, and we nearly
Hawk
died.
Feather
No,
Climb Tree?
no. We went into the blizzard. Like, we went up into the blizzard. Well, up, quote unquote. The middle has the hurricane thing, which it was getting closer, right?
Just a little bit.
I'll be
Just a
honest.
little bit.
I'll take
you,
hurricane.
just because you were looking at it, it did look a little bit closer. Not a lot, not enough to be super worrying, just a little bit.
I'm just gonna continue walking straight in between whatever they're referring to.
If he wants to lose oxygen from his lungs, I suppose that's fine.
Says the woman who wants to die in sulfur.
Personally,
Okay.
I don't like the
You don't like what?
volcano.
You don't like potatoes?
Volcano.
Oh,
Although I don't like potatoes either.
you're. Wait, aren't you a druid?
I eat meat. as I
Okay,
stare
then.
blankly into your face.
Okay, Cannibal Lecter.
It's Hannibal, actually, but
Shut
yeah.
up. Shut up. I'm trying to make a joke. Shut up.
Cannibal
Uh,
Lecter.
The legend.
And
that
it's
is
not
Cannibal Lecter.
cannibalism if he's not eating other lizard folk.
No, yeah, that's.
I
that's
do
what
do
was
that too,
thinking.
though.
Oh, then he's.
It is still messed up
But
if
you
he
do it
eats other
exclusively.
sentient.
Yeah, but it's just not cannibalism.
Yeah.
So we keep walking. This is probably gonna lead us nowhere. He doesn't
Yeah.
know how to read a map.
How long would you like to keep walking?
Oh, I'm just gonna keep going
You just
until.
making a full day of travel out of it?
Uh-huh.
He's just going forever.
Assuming until I find something that on the map
All right.
picks up.
Roll a D100 for me.
The gorilla
Okay.
is going to get us.
D100. So that's these two. 50 altogether. I just
Okay.
roll a D10 and a D100.
Sounds good. You're walking throughout the day, and it seems pretty peaceful, actually. The woods are pretty quiet, but you still hear wildlife here and there. Not too quiet to the point of concerning. But peace finds you as the sun starts to begin to set above the tree line, and darkness starts to overtake your group.
It is time for a drink. I sit down and start getting my brewing supplies out.
Okay.
I'll do the same. I need to stock up for my magic healing liquid.
Man, what would an alcohol check be?
Probably brewing supplies.
An alcohol making check?
Would that be a Constitution?
I would imagine
It's a drink.
Constitution.
Well, Con, if you're drinking.
Oh, like
or-
actually
No,
drinking it.
if you're drinking.
You
but
have to be intelligent to
if
know
you're
what
making
You're
it-
making it. It should be.
I guess make an intelligence check and add your proficiency bonus. Because you're. Are you proficient with your brew
I am.
supplies?
Yep.
Okay. Then, I mean, because you are too, I'd allow you to both make a roll, or one of you make it with advantage.
Well, I got 16 in total.
Well, I
Okay.
did better. I got 19 without proficiency. So I got a
20 what?
21.
21. Awesome.
My intelligence.
Yeah,
plus
you guys
0.
get to work, and with the equipment and the supply that you've already had on you, kind of fermenting as you went and getting ready, yeah, you create a pretty nice batch.
Now to light
Um,
whatever I find on fire.
Now to make a container to put this in.
Sorry, what?
Listen, Missy, in my day, we didn't drink what we made, we burned things with what we made.
Okay, Boomer.
I swear to God, I didn't
As
ask
a
for you to
wood
follow
carver,
me.
I would like to make something to hold my alcohol that I carry around.
You want to make something to hold
My
what?
alcohol. I need something to carry it in.
Okay. You have a little Yeti hide.
I do have.
You have.
Yeti type, yeah. But that's not gonna help in this situation.
Yeah.
No, am I gonna need to chop down a tree? This is sad. I have nowhere to put my alcohol that I just made. This is very sad.
Put it
Now I'm just
inside.
depressed.
What? Okay.
Drink
The point was to have it later for drinking healing. I will drink some though.
All right. Sounds good.
It's fine. And I guess that's where I'll leave that. I'll just drink a
Where
fair
are you
amount.
putting it?
I'm just drinking. I have nowhere to put it, so I'm just drinking it.
You know what?
You could put it in the cart.
Uh,
That works.
I mean, I don't guarantee that's not gonna spill
I think
in
he's
it.
looking for an actual container. I think he's looking for an
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I meant the mug. All right.
You don't have a
Yeah.
water skin?
You know what?
My water skin's already full of alcohol.
Wolf,
Did you make alcohol when you already have one?
can I
Oh
look
my
for
Because I
fucking
drank
god!
some already.
reasonable, any like kind of decent sized like animal or something like that? Maybe
Like
deer or something.
Roll an intelligence check
with the
just
alcohol
first
I
of
have, I'm
all.
topping up my wineskin and then I'm just drinking.
Intelligence check.
Yeah, just a straight intelligence check.
That's an 11.
11. That's enough. You have Yeti hide. Could make another wineskin. Could make a huge
was gonna use a-
wineskin.
I was gonna make a bladder. I was gonna use a bladder, but that's fine. I'll make another
Oh,
wineskin.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Between the people who are proficient with brewer supplies, you're able to make it over the course of the night and between taking your long rests and stuff.
Okay. I will give this to the man who needs the
Yes,
thing to hold
more
his
alcohol storage.
booze. Here you
But
go.
eventually, you all find your way to sleep. Wineskins full, bellies full with delicious Yeti meat.
Mm.
In
Would you
my
like to
day,
set watches?
in my day, the woman always sang a
Deb, some
bardic
first.
song.
Oh, okay, Boomer.
All right, Maxwell's taking first watch.
Hawk
Who do you
will
wake
take-
up
Hawk
after?
will take second one.
Okay.
I guess I'll take third one.
All right.
I will take
The
this.
light slowly wakes you all after a pretty uneventful night. Roll a general perception check, everybody.
Exception, yeah.
Well, someone did better than me.
23.
13.
That is a 14.
17.
Don't worry, guys. I got a 5. Don't worry.
Maxwell, you alone seem to realize as you wake up. This wind that's been blowing back and forth, north and south, just feels tiny bit stronger this morning.
It's gonna fucking get us.
Well,
Hawk Feather prepares to pull the card again.
Okay.
No one else? Alright. Hawk Feather can do this alone.
I'm not helping you. I don't even know you.
Wait, what's he doing?
he's pulling the card again.
Of course I'm gonna fucking know.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
I will be pulling the cart. I guess.
Assume that I'm gonna be helping Annie and all cards. So,
Okay.
unless it's an
You guys
emergency, then at that
Prepared to
point,
pull the cart? Are you gonna continue moving in the direction that you were?
Yep, I am.
So where are we going to be?
Is there? Okay, while we're on our
That
travels,
way.
is there like a fork on a path or anything of the sort?
You're not on a path. You're just,
We're just
traveling
walking.
through the woods.
They
Yeah, the
the
gorilla just walked
gorilla
in a random
decided to
direction.
walk into the woods.
Yeah.
Of course. the
I'm
gorilla
not a
did.
gorilla.
You are until you start making good decisions.
I'm barely
No,
5'6". I'm not a gorilla.
So he's a monkey then if he's 5'6".
Small gorilla.
Chimpanzee?
Fucking goddamn it.
You're a pygmy gorilla.
I'm just.
I think this is
checking.
karma for rump roast.
This is karma for groping, right?
Yeah.
Any animals in the area by
Karma
chance?
for a lot of things. Roll a survival check.
Oh, I'm good at these. That's
Can
a
I
9.
assist him?
Oh, that's some good roll.
I'm good.
I
I'm
assist
good
him?
at these. He says.
Oh wait, I have advantage. That's a 9.
Why do you have
That-
advantage?
I have advantage on all my wisdom throws for some reason. Just as
So,
Yeah,
advan-
but
oh,
click click the
oh,
advantage and see why.
for Fey, fiends, and undead.
Yeah.
Never mind. Well, it was a
It
Yeah,
9
that's
either
what I-
way.
You rolled 2 9s. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
so can I assist him?
You
sure,
don't know
make
what
your
I'm
own.
looking for.
24.
Time for the third dice.
24? Yeah,
Yes.
there are tons.
Ah, I have
Tons
a
of
plan.
animals
I
around.
will point the.
Uh,
I will point
you
them- I will
don't
point them out
notice
there.
any of them. You vaguely hear a few birds chirping. Guermeros. Uh, Besmos, you know there are quite a few around here.
Do the birds look like
Being
they
the
have less
natural,
than 4
being the
intelligence?
natural hunter that I am,
hmm
Yeah.
so
Is
he
that
wishes
it?
to speak with the birds.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm gonna cast something for this. I have a plan.
I will point out the birds to the gorilla, and then I will resume to helping push the cart.
The cat sees the pointing and is now distracted by birds.
My feline friend.
All
Do
right.
not worry.
He
over
points
the
out
aliens.
quite a few birds, a couple squirrels, and he points out some pretty fresh tracks of what look like some form of deer or elk or something.
Any of the birds look like they're really large or really stupid. I'll take either.
Large or stupid. Or both. Depends on-
Roll a
Both is
perception
preferred.
and an insight check, I guess.
Both be preference.
All right, that's a
See if
12
it's
for
stupid.
perception. And insight.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 24.
24. You don't see many of the birds he's pointing out. Like as he's pointing to them, you see them like flutter and fly away. But you notice a couple, and one looks like straight at you, and you think it's pretty intelligent, and then the other one, like right next to it, is just like sitting there, heavy breathing out of its mouth, a little cross-eyed.
I'm
That
taking that one and I'm naming it
It
Fluffy.
looks pretty fat.
Fat,
Who's
fat
the
in the
stupid
animal
idiot
kingdom.
kept on feeding it?
It's a pretty little bluebird,
Okay,
but it is chonky. Like you're wondering how its wings keep it up in the air.
I'm taking a piece of my rations out
The
and
laws of aerodynamics say that birds aren't supposed to fly.
I'm taking out a piece of my rations and I am casting animal friendship on this bird.
While he does that, Hawk the cat gets in a pouncing position and full lunge.
You eat my bird, we all die.
Wait, we all die?
I promise you.
Roll a D100 first of all.
Me?
Yes.
Can you take
28?
the launches?
28.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will get this chunky bird and name him Fluffy.
You
Fuck off. Whoever's trying to
You-
eat my bird.
Should be able
you
to tell you're not
cast the
blind this time.
spell, and you've cast this spell hundreds, thousands of times.
Mm-hmm.
And as you kind of cast it on this piece of, what did you say? Piece of bread?
Oh yeah,
In your
a piece
hand?
of ration, yep.
Yeti meat.
the magic almost sparks and fizzles a little bit, and you can feel your magic go off, but all of a sudden, this rip and reality opens above you, and from about 10 feet above you, this black billy goat falls on your head. Roll a dex save.
Fuck you.
Can I, being really fast, can I try to reaction and not go away?
Can I see what this thing
Sure,
looks like?
you are getting ready to pounce already.
Do I see
What is that,
this
acrobatics
by
check, or
chance?
what am I doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see it.
Okay, so it's advantage. Cool.
I mean, I rolled a
Yeah.
23 to get you the fuck out of there. It's fine.
Well, good, cause I got a 21 in total.
Kitty launch.
I changed to my blue
Yeah.
dice to save me.
You jump out of the way as Hawk kind of pushes the falling goat in the opposite direction out of the air.
My goat.
My goat now.
It just kind of
Fluffy!
lands on the ground and starts to run away.
I say,
I'm
food.
hunting it.
I begin to follow the goat.
You bastard! Don't even.
I pursue.
I
Okay.
am maximum speed hunting this goat.
Well then.
Okay.
All right. You are faster than the goat at maximum speed. Just, I'm not even going to have you roll your attacks. It's a goat. You kill it.
I didn't say I was gonna kill it.
So why are we chasing the goat?
No, what are you
I'm
trying to do with
dragging
it?
back.
Oh no, I'm trying to kill it though, so it doesn't matter.
No,
Alive?
it's my fucking goat.
Are we all
Okay,
forgotten about the
well-
hurricane that's happening right now?
I believe
This
they
goat
have...
is more pressing.
Hawk starts to drag this goat
I
back.
hold it above my head because you know how goats get like shocked and they don't move, so it's just stiff and I'm just carrying it. Adventure.
Stole my goddamn goat.
I will eat this beast later. We can save it for rationing when needed.
Listen,
This
I
is
had a plan.
acceptable.
As this is our emergency food, I will name it Paimon.
This is acceptable.
You gotta plan for
Goddamn.
birds.
I was trying to get this.
didn't.
I was trying to get the bird to fly in the air. God damn it! So I could see what was going on. Throw the damn goat.
My goat. May I attempt to tame the goat? Because for some reason I'm good at animal handling.
Animal friendship. I already cast it.
Heaven.
Apparently you didn't do a good job. It ran away.
Well,
Didn't
Yeah.
someone yeet it?
Well, no, I pushed it out. of
The bird, okay,
and then it ran away.
the bird in the tree, as as you look back up, the smart bird flew off immediately as all that happened. The dumb
wish
bird
I was
is
that bird.
still just like staring in your direction. One of its eyes is staring like right into your soul, and the other
Is-
one is just like drifting in circles.
Is that fucking Dojo?
Most likely.
No, it looks like a bluebird. It's just chunky.
Yo, that Rio bird got fat after that movie.
oh my god.
But yeah, odds of me taming the goat.
You're taming
I
the
like to use animal
goat?
handling to tame the goat.
Roll animal handling as it tried to run away and you sprinted after it and dragged it back.
I hope this goes well. 22.
22. You feed it a few rations, because goats
getting
really
meat?
will eat anything. Yeah, I mean whatever you want to feed it.
A little bit of alcohol to ease up the nerves.
And you and this goat are kind of vibing.
Hell yeah. This is my new friend. He's never leaving. While they figure out what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna put the goat in the cart. He's gonna chill there.
So,
Hmm.
my friends, where shall we go?
Away from the hurricane?
I continue to walk
let
in the
us go.
direction, very annoyed by the fact that I just lost a goat.
Can I?
Hey.
What about
Can
the
I?
bird?
Can,
What about the bird?
Fuck the bird.
It's still
I
sitting
am-
there.
I am bothered by the gorilla, as he does not seem to want to be here.
Is his direction making us go away from the hurricane, or is it not helping?
We're going towards the hurricane.
I'm grabbing the man and I am putting him inside of the cart.
Is the cart basically timeout for everyone at this point?
Yes. But mostly for this gorilla. So, can I?
I will fight you.
Well, if that's the case, Maxwell, do you want to go south to the volcano?
Isn't there like a mountain pass?
Hawkfeather
Uh,
is willing to.
You can check.
The blizzard went bad. I don't feel like going into the hurricane.
I
The
can
volcano
check.
sounds good right
Yeah,
Okay.
climb up
perception?
a tree and check.
Easy.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do.
now. As the most under control character, Hawkfeather is willing to follow Zerthana.
I got 18.
18.
Yep, 18.
The volcano is still slowly spewing lava, but you do see what look like a couple ways you could possibly go up and over this mountain.
What
Within
about
the
ways with the
volcano,
cart?
there appears to be multiple ways in order to.
With the cart, it's going to be real tough.
Oh, no.
But
There,
Maybe if you'd let me tame the goat, we could use it to pull things.
there appears,
the goats.
there appears to be multiple mountain paths that we could use in order to travel through, like past the volcano. However, it would be incredibly difficult to bring the cart. I recommend, as our course of action, that we leave the cart behind, and we take our valuables with us. That is that anything that is a necessity. I also recommend we bring the Yeti fur in case we need it for later use.
I
We are
still have a
bringing-
giant thing of Yeti fur from the one I skinned.
We are bringing insular heat, basically the fur, to a very powerful heat source.
I mean, it's just
i.e.
gonna
the
be in my bag.
volcano.
Yes, it's going to be
We
in
are
my
not.
bag.
I am not recommending we wear.
No, I'm just,
I'm recommending we
pointing
bring
out
it
the.
with
And what about the carriage?
the
He
cart.
said we leave it. That's a
We
suggestion.
leave it behind.
We don't take it.
It would be
We were
very difficult for
considering
us to
on leave-
cross.
We were considering heavily on bringing the goat, but apparently that goat died. So
No.
no,
No,
not
the goat
not,
is still in the cart.
No, not our goat. Tren knows which goat we're talking about.
My old character was a satyr.
Oh, okay.
And
The one I ate.
yes, but apparently, so no, we're not losing something mildly valuable behind again.
So if you don't want to,
But
so
it's a
Hawkeye will
detriment.
say, if you don't want to lose the cart, our only choice is the blizzard.
I continue to walk off towards the direction I was
We're
going.
gonna ignore you.
If he's
You can
gonna
just
lose
go.
I'm gonna
something-
grab the gorilla by the collar in order to ensure he does not leave.
I will fight
And
you.
I'm just gonna hold him. I'll just hold him with one arm as I continue to talk to the rest
How
of
hard
them.
would it be to make a harness out of Yeti fur?
Probably not. that
Uh,
difficult.
Leash and
Out of
chain.
fur?
I mean,
A
the
fur?
hide. The hide.
The hide? Depends what kind of harness you're trying to make.
Mm. I don't think I care enough about the gorilla to harness him. I think I'm fine with him just wandering off.
Can I roll to persuade Mr. Besmos here that leaving the carriage is not a good idea?
I
mean,
don't
like-
do
like
player
Hawk-
on player rolls. This isn't going to be
Fair.
binding, but you can
Like Hawk
try to
Feather
persuade
said,
him, and Besmos can, tell
as
you
I said,
how he feels depending on how persuasive it was. But
if we want the cart, our only choice is the blizzard. 'Cause that
Continues
thing is not
walking
making-
towards
the
the
wheels
hurricane.
are wooden. It's
I-
not making it.
You
through the
still
volcano.
walking. You're
roll,
basically grappled.
both of you roll an athletics check.
All right.
Both of who? Guermos and Besmos, are they fighting? Or...
Besmos and Guermos. Guermeros.
Athletics?
17.
Yes.
Nat 20, 23.
God damn it. We've got the same athletic bonus.
Guermeros, you're walking in place, your feet kind of skidding across the ground as your collar is being held nonchalantly by this lizard man who's talking to the rest of the group.
In my day, they respected their elders, you damn primitive.
I respect my elders. I do not respect.
I will carve you up and serve you to the head of my household.
I ignore him as I continue to discuss with the rest of the group.
We already visited the blizzard once. Let us just explore the volcano. And that's it. With the carriage. Someone
Also, I'd like
stays
to
at the
point out
base.
that the wheels are made of wood.
And?
That's
I
a
would like to point
volcano.
out that bringing the cart
And?
would make it very difficult. It's still
Hawkfeather
Someone
would
stays at the
pull the
base
cart
of the
towards the
volcano. Someone stays at the base of the volcano with the carriage.
I
while the rest go
volunteer.
up.
Why would you
No.
leave the cart at the volcano?
I don't.
What's
Excuse
the
you?
point in bringing the cart if
So,
we should just if we're gonna go through the volcano, we should go all the way through the volcano. We shouldn't
No.
just stop and
if that's the case, then we circle around the base of the volcano.
No, I agree with Besmos. I'm willing to go with this plan here. It
But the
like
volcano's erupting, though.
Yeah, but there are still passes
We will-
we can get through.
there were still paths that were
Isn't
had
lava
to-
hot enough so that even if you don't get close enough to it, you pretty much just get
It
hurt?
can burn the air, yeah, correct.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So what
I-
is the
Well, I don't
purpose
know
of
about
going
that.
up the volcano instead of just walking around the base?
I say we walk through the hurricane as I continue to struggle to walk.
No.
You
The
don't think
hurricane's
that's
got
the
to
case?
stop at some point. Right?
According to the tiny feminine
Tiny
assuming it's
feminine what?
tiny feminine individual human thing. I don't know.
She is a human.
Yes. According to the female.
Thank you. That's all yet.
According to the female, there is something wrong with the magic, the air. According, what is it?
Chaotic
No.
magic circling throughout this entire island.
Assuming
And I
such,
guess we can't leave the island.
assuming such, these disasters are
God.
meant to end. It is a reasonable.
Let's see. There's a
Seeing as the
blizzard.
beaches were never, and seeing as the beaches were,
There's
I'm
a blizzard
assuming-
up north. A volcano about to erupt in the south.
And a hurricane to the west?
No, east is the ocean, west is the
Yeah,
blizzard.
hurricane.
we will have to find. We will have to.
No.
Yeah, because we were at the blizzard on the east. I mean, beach on the east.
No,
and
I'm
we
pretty sure we
traveled
went
west.
north. Pretty sure we traveled north into the blizzard at that time.
Can I get up on top of the trees again and just give a scout? Just do.
Wait,
You've
wait,
already
before
done
you
that
do
before.
that, before that,
Just
grab
giant
that
dragon.
map off
Please,
that silverback.
please let me go, please.
Yeah.
Grab
Just gonna
that
say
map
you're
off
still.
that silverback.
If you're leaving, we're taking the map.
You're not taking my map
Walking into a hurricane, you don't need the map.
because that's where the map is telling me to go. Did you ever think to ask?
It's upside
You're
down.
holding it upside down.
It's upside down because you idiots can't read it. Then, have you ever never been able
Can't
to
read
read
it.
upside down?
I will say, just to butt in, Guimeros, you are of above average intelligence.
I know. I'm doing this on purpose.
Okay.
Joke's on you, I was only pretending to be a fucking idiot.
No, the way I look at it, I turn around, kind of trying to pull away from the giant lizard human being, and say, and looking them in the
Unsuccessfully.
eyes, go, listen,
look him
you have a
in the eye.
choice between freezing to death, which I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of, neither is your friend here, as I point up to the man holding me, burning to death, because unlike
Also
some
not
of you,
good.
I don't like fire, I'd rather take the chance with the hurricane that moves, or for a chance that we can get around it. The worst case scenario is you suffocate.
Can I
Well,
just
worst
pull up
case.
the giant thing of Yeti?
Wait, can you
fur?
actually suffocate in a
Pull up-
hurricane?
Yeah, you can have the oxygen torn out, or the air torn out of your lungs if you get into it.
Sick.
I would like to pull up the giant thing of Yeti hide I still have and just kind of say we could just make coats and go in the blizzard. I mean,
It's cold, and I don't like the cold, and neither does your friend here. I'm
Wait, what?
guessing. Well, your
I do
friend
not like
here is cold-blooded, so
The
you ever?
man, the gorilla speaks the truth.
Also, the worst case is that we might suffer both the cold and this hurricane at the same time if it's big enough.
Exactly. So I say we
Hawkfeather
go
doesn't
this
care,
way
let's
as
go
I
into the volcano.
continue trying to get around Besmos and walk away.
As he's
Anyway, I
still
think the
holding
hurricane's
you.
actually the best choice. I think the hurricane is the best choice.
Is this the group consensus that the hurricane is the best choice?
Like, I mean, of the three disasters, I think
no,
we have the
but
best
Hawkfeather's not going to be the
chances.
voice of reason. And he's not very smart.
Wait, does Zerthana know much about how hurricanes work? Like how much velocity of
I
force
assume the
pulls-
sea behind on the beach is like really huge, and we can't see shit beyond the
Yep.
Oh,
horizon.
definitely. But
Yeah, you couldn't see past ocean.
Yeah, so we could either drown to death, suffocate to death, burn to death, or freeze to death. I'll take the suffocation. He has the best chance.
Maybe if I run,
Technically, drowning is
maybe if I
like
run fast enough, I won't suffer.
you're not the. I can't say. Wrong branch.
we have a chance in the hurricane
If
at this
this
point.
is the group consensus, we shall go.
I mean,
Shall
I
we
guess
bring
it
the
is.
cart with us, however?
Well, we are or we're not.
We
Shall
are.
we bring the cart with?
Yes. I
Let
don't
me
know
hear
what's.
one yes.
Also, I'm bringing the card until we can't anymore. That's it.
Okay,
Well, someone else is pulling.
and we shall bring.
Hawkfeather's a free cat.
We shall go towards.
And you don't want to leave the goat behind, as I gesture over to the goat.
Yeah, no, I'm carrying the goat. No, don't worry about it.
Oh, you're
Okay.
carrying him?
I don't trust the cart.
So
during the
we are.
hurricane.
I mean-
We are going then. I guess.
Hawk,
Yep.
check your PMs
Oh no, I saw.
if you have them.
Oh no, I saw.
Are we
That's why-
actually overthinking this, or is this like the best choice?
Gotcha.
At this point,
Are we actually
this is the best
overthinking this,
choice.
or is this the best choice? Yeah.
I mean, you guys are definitely overthinking it, but we're rolling with it now.
I mean, if you don't think anything is overthinking to you,
So we're taking our chance with the hurricane.
All right.
Hawkfeather's
You
gonna stand in
begin
the back of the group,
walking
so when they get
that
fucked up, I
direction.
have time to run away. That's what's gonna happen. Here.
Somebody roll another D100 for me.
Can I do it this
I
time?
shall.
Oh, okay.
D100. Roll. That is a 46.
46. Okay. As you guys are all beginning to walk towards the hurricane on your journey, having stopped and debated for a short period of time, you start walking off in that direction. A few hours of pretty quiet travel go by. Not much to write home about. What I would like all of you to tell me your passive perceptions.
14.
Passive,
Didn't even have to look for that one. I just know it's
11.
+4.
passive perception is 16.
16. Okay.
Gorilla. The gorilla never said his.
I
Mhm.
wrote it in the chat.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, I
Oh,
was
did you?
taking a call,
12.
so yeah,
And
that's
the
why I didn't
lowest.
comment.
Okay.
Is it wasn't very high, so
Man has the lowest. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Besmos, yours is 16.
Yes.
You begin to feel the wind push slightly stronger. And now it's not only just going north and south, it is slightly coming at you as well.
I inform.
As you make your way farther.
I will inform my
Sorry?
teammates, my party, of the change in the path of the wind.
Okay. You also notice you begin to hear music on the wind. Not all the time, just as the wind kind of blows in your direction. From the east, from the direction that you're walking towards, you you hear this tiny little bit of music on the wind. It doesn't sound creepy or scary like most music you would imagine would hear on the wind, like some little girl singing, but it's this jaunty little tune that you can just kind of barely make out. Yeah, that's what you hear.
I just realized I have the best chance of surviving this hurricane. I'm satisfied because I have slow fall.
Who's the best? Who is the person right next to me? Who is Maxwell carrying the cart with me, pushing the cart with me?
Yeah.
Maxwell is. Guimeros is walking up next to Hawkfeather, and Zyra is probably just in the cart.
I'll go ahead. Tell Maxwell that I hear.
What do you mean here? Like, do you just want me to keep pushing it? What?
No, I hear the music. Like I hear music. I tell him.
Roll
Oh,
perception check,
so you hear
Maxwell.
the sounds of the hills?
I don't get.
I'm guessing the hills are alive with the sound of music.
I hate you.
I will kill your character.
17.
I'm like, he is. Oh my god damn it.
I'm guessing there's not actually any hills around.
Probably.
So the joke doesn't even make sense. All right.
Yeah.
Nope,
That's what I was
you're
kinda
walking
confused.
through flat forest.
I was confused.
What was your perception check, Maxwell?
It was 17.
17.
17? Yeah, you can hear it too. Just every now and then, very faintly.
Yeah, I definitely hear it.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't going to stop her.
But there's nothing to say about that. No.
Information.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we'll continue.
Well, what kind of
Okay.
music is it? Is it
like a
happy,
jaunty-
depressing?
it's like a jaunty
It
It was a
sounds
jaunty
like a
tune.
pretty lively, jaunty tune. Yeah.
Is it clown
Sounds
music? Is
like
it the
some
circus
sort of-
music?
No, it sounds more like just live music that you would hear in a tavern.
I mean, is it coming
Pretty
from any
upbeat
specific
and
direction?
as you kind of try to listen for it, it seems to only catch your ears when the wind is blowing in from the east, from the direction that you're walking towards.
The music seems to become.
All right. Well, we got nothing else to do but keep going.
Well, yeah. Still. Okay, we'll go. Keep on.
Me and my goat will keep
Goat. I just hope you're.
All right. You guys walk for about another hour. It's getting to midday now, and the music's getting ever so slightly louder. Those with a passive perception of 12 or higher can now hear it on the wind.
Ooh.
And for those who were listening out for it, Besmos and Maxwell, you are starting to hear it even when the wind isn't blowing in your direction.
As I just hum along. Fresh. DMCA takedown.
This is how I
Take
imagine
one.
it. Why are you playing it? Jesus Christ!
Oh, I'm not.
I
God,
didn't tell
no.
you to fucking play it.
Nope.
Okay then.
Also, you say that, but I actually stream while playing J-pop in the background, so I'm fucking Gucci. Still not banned.
You have to matter to be
So.
banned.
So you're never gonna get banned either. You say that, but there's actually a friend of mine who actually got banned because they streamed a forbidden game or something.
Oh. So what's the music sound like?
It's a jaunty tavern tune.
Sounds pretty lively. Yeah.
Do I
a
recognize this tavern
jaunty
tune?
tavern tune.
I mean, I am pretty proficient
Roll
in many
history check.
tavern
Wait, I
tunes.
probably have the highest chance of recognizing this. Hold on.
I would fight you on that one. I've advantage.
Roll a history check, Guermeros, and roll
Knowledge.
with advantage, Hawkfeather.
Does this have to do
rolled
with
my
fate?
first
Guermeros,
one,
I
got a
believe.
perfect 22. So
Does this
I
have
mean, I'm not gonna roll the second one.
Oh Jesus!
I
Does this
can't
have to
get
do with
better than
fae,
you.
fiends, or undead?
No.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
well, I
Alright.
literally got a 20 plus 2, so I can't do any better with
It's a
that.
chicken on a ra- it's
Okay.
guys, it's chicken
20
on a
plus 2 for my second roll. Thank you, because the
Uh-huh,
first one was a
together.
4.
We hear everything.
It's
We
chicken
know
on a
this.
raft.
But if it's chicken on a raft, I'm leaving. Don't
It
you?
is not chicken on a raft.
Okay.
Hey, chicken on.
Hawkfeather, you've heard this song once before.
Oh yeah.
Nat 20, huh?
Yep.
You remember pretty clearly because it was a night where you were a little more sober.
Must have been a bad night. Damn.
Just growing up. Yeah, it must have been a bad night. It's probably why it comes to your memory so quickly. It was sung by a group of these traveling fae entities that came to your town, came to the tavern where you stayed. Yeah, as you're listening more clearly, you don't recognize the language that you hear this soft little voice is singing it in. Guermeros.
Yeah.
This is not a song of the material plane.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
This is a song of the Feywild.
Uh-huh.
This is a tune that you've heard again once before, sung by fairies and pixies and those that are not of this plane.
We're fucked.
Um.
Are you sure that we're not that they're not of this plane? It's not us that's not of this plane.
I think it might be both.
I'm gonna look at Maxwell and say, the philosophical argument that we are never of the plane is one that we all must argue with constantly.
I would like to prepare feline agility to run for my goddamn life. Gonna be honest.
I'm gonna look to
Okay,
best.
are you actually like activating it,
I'm getting
or are
ready.
you just okay?
Why?
So remind me, have we actually considered the fact that I can actually move 60 feet per round because I also have a climbing speed equal to my walking speed?
Oh wow.
Oh, I
That's
didn't know
right.
that. If that's the
Is it-
case, then
Is that a thing? Is that the thing? Or have I can't remember the rules on that one.
No.
Alright.
I mean, you
safely
can
climb
move
things.
60 feet around if you dash, yeah,
So
Yeah,
and you
okay.
can climb 60 feet and around, like up a
Well,
tree
I can always safely
if
climb
you
because of the
dash.
cat's claws racial thing, so I can always climb safely.
Hmm.
because we're all worried about your safety.
Yes.
I'm gonna look to Besmos and point and say, food, very tasty food, and point in the direction that I'm hearing the music from.
I'm sure
Roll a
guess
deception check with disadvantage.
Food from out of this world. That's out of this world.
I mean, that's not.
Now that was more convincing.
That's yeah.
With disadvantage?
can I roll insight?
Yeah, you can roll
I mean,
insight.
I think he would eat a fairy, knowing his character. I think he'd eat a fairy. I wouldn't doubt.
17.
You
I also got a
okay?
17.
I've got a +4 to my deception.
Okay, and in this situation, you you're not super sure if he's lying per se, but he is definitely trying to get you to do something that you don't imagine you want to do.
Can I also roll insight on that bullshit?
Sure.
Hawkfeather doesn't care and isn't gonna trust a goddamn.
Listen, I'm not lying. It is food.
22.
Anytime he doesn't like him, isn't gonna.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not lying. There's probably something to eat over there.
Hawkfeather doesn't care. Hawkfeather trusts his instincts.
But you don't imagine it's something that you necessarily want to go try to hunt and eat.
Probably just best.
By the way he kind of worded that phrase.
Yeah.
Food, glorious food.
Have you all stopped walking, by the way, or are you still
Oh, no.
going?
We're still
Hawkfeather's
going.
carefully walking forward, but is ready to run for his goddamn life.
Okay.
Like, it's a slow walk.
So I'm just gonna ignore the gorilla, and that's that.
Okay.
I feel insulted.
Do you have nothing to say about the tensing tabaxi that's probably gonna run away any second?
No one cares about the cat.
Good. I'll leave. I will survive and you all will be distracted.
I appreciate the cat more than I appreciate the gorilla.
To be fair, the cat doesn't care about y'all either. To be fair.
I'm gonna keep walking
Okay.
towards it. I mean,
Yeah.
I was going that way no matter what.
I'm gonna stay behind the others so they can be a distraction to force them. Fine.
So wait, he just
Alright.
wants me to go there.
Well, I'm going there no matter
Mhm.
He's
what.
going there anyway.
He's going there. He just wants me to tag along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask if the cat can tag in.
Huh?
For a bit. For
I
pulling
mean,
the
you're
cart.
all walking. Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
I mean, I will push the cart from behind, so I won't be behind it.
No, like because I'm following the gorilla
Yeah.
because he called me over.
I'm gonna, as we're walking, can I spin and just hold up my wine sack and cheers to Hawkfeather as I'm watching him trying to plan to run away?
I hold up my own and take a deep swig. Because I know
Okay.
this is gonna be a long day.
As
I
hey,
drink a little bit of mine.
okay. As
Liquid courage. Here we go.
Hawkfeather brings his wineskin up to his lips.
Don't you fucking dare.
What?
Besmos, you notice just barely the glint of some liquid that doesn't look like the alcohol inside right on the lip of his wineskin. But he brings it up to his lips and takes a drink.
Oh no. You never fuck with my alcohol, goddamn.
It tastes incredibly bad,
I spit it out.
Hawk
What the
Feather,
fuck?
as you immediately feel this kind of pulse throughout your body. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit, did the Fae poison us when we weren't paying attention? Oh no.
Alright, I'm gonna hope this goes. All my cons not
Oh,
that good. It's
fuck.
+1.
Tren, if they have poison, we need to be worried.
Oh, 20. 19 + 1.
If there is poison, we're stopping the cart momentarily.
Yeah, I think we should go to the blizzard
Okay.
if they have poison damage.
No,
Hawk, you take
well,
11
no,
points
that's
of
not the
poison
reason.
damage.
I'm
Wow.
Oh,
going to be
shit.
sniffing through.
That's with a 20.
Oh.
Jesus, what is this
I'm gonna
poison?
as soon as I see that, I'm gonna
And you are
spit my
not poisoned.
I'm gonna spit
Hawk
my
is
You-
liquor
deciding to
out.
run.
Nope. Nope.
Hawk is leaving.
Hawk, you're running.
Hawk is running. Fuck this.
Hawk just books it in the opposite direction.
How's he
What?
He's dead.
How's he running when he's like just got sick? Like what?
I didn't. I just took damage. I'm not poisoned.
He just took damage. He's not sick.
Hawk
But
Feather-
yeah,
Hawk
you
Feather
see
will watch.
Hawk start to sprint off into the
Hawk
woods.
is gonna
Oh.
watch from a safe distance.
So
Okay.
Bow and
Yeah, sure.
arrow.
What? How far
gonna-
is that distance?
How far can I see?
You can probably observe them from like 200-300 feet away.
250
Feet away.
works.
Away.
For now.
Okay. Feet away.
So, okay, so I'm gonna say we should stop the cart. Like, as soon as that happens, that situation, I'm gonna say we should stop the cart for a minute, because I want to inspect all of the everybody's ration.
I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
inspect
good
both
point.
my wine skins because I know one's poison. What about the other one?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah,
Roll an investigation check.
roll an
They ruined
investigation
both-
check.
Everyone who's trying to inspect these.
Yeah,
Except-
sure.
The what?
Yeah.
Everybody who's trying to inspect their rations or their wineskins,
Yeah,
roll
17
investigation.
to check my
Does
wine
this have
skins.
to
I
do
know
with
one's
Fae?
poison.
Can I get advantage?
No.
That's an 18 for me.
That
Okay.
is a 16 for me.
All right.
Wait, can you guys tell me what your rules are real quick?
16.
We have a 16, a 17, and an 18. Pretty sure. Or it's-
All right, someone say 15 before I tell my roll. Someone roll a 15.
I mean, I think
Zorpo from the grave rolled 15.
Okay, that works.
Because I'm 14.
Oh, it was almost perfect.
I got 4.
You don't see any poison, any sign of tampering on the rest of your wineskins, the rest of your rations.
What about the cart?
Hawk, looking at it now, you totally easily see that there was some contact poison on the outside of your
What the
wineskin.
fuck?
Can I inspect the cart to see if there's just been any tampering with it?
Sure. Roll investigation.
That is a 19.
19. You see a tiny, glowing purple arcane rune on one of the axles, on the back axle.
I yell for the sassy woman. Well, not yell, but I
Call
tell
to
the
the
sassy
sassy
woman
magic
to come
woman.
here. I told the sassy magic woman to come out of the cart.
Fuka?
What's up? Sorry.
You're being
What's up?
called by Besmos.
What?
There is a magical rune on the cart. Do not understand it or comprehend it. Although
What do you need
seeing
me
as
to
one
do
of our
about it?
Figure out what it is.
Seeing as one of our
That's it.
comrades has been poisoned, I wish for you to figure out what it is, and if it is harmful, remove it.
He
I
could-
have to.
He can tough it out.
Yes, you have to.
He can tough it out.
Fair, pretty close to birds. I'll catch one of my mouth.
17 for the Arcana check.
All right, you okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Well, what you get out of 17, you get that it looks like it's from the School of Enchantment, but you're not sure exactly what it does.
I relay that message to him.
Can you safely remove it?
I know what school is it from. I don't know how to remove that.
Is this a bomb threat? Like,
It's as close as we can get to one in this world, yeah.
From what you know about the different schools of magic, most explosions come from evocation.
Most being the keyword.
Yeah.
Still, can you safely remove it?
No, I would doubt. Probably not.
Hmm.
All for leaving the cart behind now.
I don't really wish to carry something that could A, explode, or B, is tracking
wait, is the
anything.
goat explosive? I'm confused.
No, not the goat, the cart.
This cart.
Damn
I
it,
carried the goat when I ran away.
that poor goat. That was my goat.
Why? No, it's not. It's mine. He's my friend.
Can I try and remove the enchantment on it?
Yeah, you can certainly try. How do you want to try to remove it?
Let's see. No, not that one. I'm gonna cast Fine Traps to see if it will, see if it does give off of air of detonation.
Traps.
Okay,
Or
roll.
it's spell? Yeah, no, I'd cast Fine Traps.
Oh, you cast Fine Traps?
Yeah.
Seeing if it's a trap.
Hold on.
I mean, if he's looking,
I wanna
He's checking for technical.
I wanna look at the exact spell because if I remember correctly, I apologize. Fine Traps is kind of useless.
Like I said, he's checking for technicalities. He's trying to get out of this.
Fucking, I know that feeling.
You sense the presence of any trap within range that is within line of sight. A trap.
So it's not useless, because... No, just kidding.
You sense no traps.
To waste a spell slot, but that helped a lot.
Foxtrot will move forward while staying at least 100 feet away from the cart.
I'll roll another Arcana check to... Wait, do I have to roll another Arcana check to remove the enchantment? I
To
do have
remove it?
Yeah, I do have proficiency.
Well, what are you trying to do to remove it? What action are you taking to try to remove this glyph?
Firstly, I don't have that spell. Secondly,
So where on the axle? Can I just cut off the part of wood it's on and replace it as a wood? Can I just do that?
Yeah, you can cut it
Yeah,
off.
I'm just gonna
sure, and risk
make a new
blowing me
part.
up inside of it. That helps.
Yeah, I'll just carve a new piece and just replace the one that's has the rune on it, so we can just leave that somewhere.
Okay, well, it's the entire. I mean, it's on the axle.
Yep. But it's either that or leave the cart. Make an executive decision, team. Do we wait for me to make a new piece, or do we leave the cart?
I
Or
have
do I stay
mending.
away? Or do I stay away while you guys pull the cart?
Or we could scratch out the rune.
How about no?
I'm sure that'll
Or
go
just
well.
cast Dispel.
Do I have the
I
spell?
mean, I don't have this.
I don't have the spell
I
magic.
was about to say, I
Oh,
don't think they have that.
God.
I don't think we have a way to fix this.
And
The
if
only
any,
way we have to get rid of it is to take off the axle, make a new one, and put it in its place. And they'll probably put a new rune on it, so it'll probably be a waste of time.
It
Wait,
would
what's
probably
the
be a
rune
waste-
say? What does the rune actually say?
We don't
don't know. We don't.
know.
Has no one
We
checked?
just know it's an enchanter thing, and that's it.
We just
That's
know
literally
it's
all
an
right.
enchantment.
We could just teach the cart. Fuck this.
Take the cart.
I'm
Yep.
just. I'm grabbing the goddamn fur.
Nice.
Okay.
And the skin of the Triceratops. Do we have that?
Mm-hmm. You have the hide.
Alright.
No, I'm also gonna grab the hide.
Cool.
The dicks.
All right, we ditched the cart then.
All right. So you ditch the cart and keep walking.
Yep.
Hawk, are you back up with the rest of the group? Or are you still?
I'm keeping. Yeah, if they're leaving the cart, yes.
Okay.
There's my response. to that wolf.
Okay.
This can only go well. This can only go well with the Fae here, trying to literally kill us.
I mean, it's not the first time a fairy's tried to kill me.
I don't know if I want to hear that story. I'm not drunk enough for
I can
this.
make a joke
I can't
about
drink my
that.
alcohol because it's poison.
Hey, at least my alcohol. Wait. Oh, never mind.
Is yours not poison? We don't know.
I did maybe pour mine out just in case.
Which is funny because they didn't poison the alcohol. They put it like on the cap, so you could have just rubbed it off.
Oh well, fuck.
That's what he told me. It was just contact poison on the lip of it.
Damn it. Oh well.
I just cleaned mine, yeah.
Next time.
This is why you check before you just dump it.
It's a safer bet. I'm gonna be honest. If someone's gonna poison me, that I don't want to take a chance here.
Well, that's why you check. If there's nothing on the lip or anything, then you dump it. But
Mm. Oh wait, I have poison resistance. Never mind. I'm good. Oh fuck.
I mean, I don't know if it's a really strong poison. I took 11 damage from touching it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it was only a little bit on the lip. I touched it and I took 11 damage.
I mean, that's pretty much any poison spraying creature that I know of.
Oh, wait, yeah, he did take damage, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think I have.
I can't heal. I do the opposite of healing, so.
Yeah, I do have a healing spell. I'll cast a Cure Wounds on him.
Wolf, there's a simple answer to what you're typing me, right? You know what that is? Since we're leaving it behind, part of the cart.
Hey, you heal. Wait, what?
Do you direct him to a certain part of the cart?
Yep.
You are not killing my goat.
Oh no! Don't worry.
What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, you heal 12, by the way.
Oh, sick! I'm back to full health. That's nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Fucking goat.
Okay. As everyone begins to walk off, Hawk, you direct your goat to go eat from the cart because he
Yes.
hungers. And he goes to the back axle of the cart
Oh no.
and begins to eat.
He eats the rune off.
Hell yeah. Problem solving, kids. Problem solving.
You just turned that goat into a time bomb.
He he begins to crunch down through the axle, and immediately you see reality almost shifts and breaks slightly as this goat, you see like double, triple, quadruple vision, just like three goats sort of like translucent spread out of him as like different realities of what this goat
Whoa.
could be,
See,
and then like
the
suck
fucking-
back into him. I have to message this.
Guys, I think my goat is ascending. I think it's ascending.
Fuka, you know, I didn't ever get it, Fuka. I get it now.
This is great.
the fucking goat.
Thank you for realizing my pain.
Yeah, no, I get your pain now, bud.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
My goat is
goat.
breaking reality.
The goat's eyes begin to glow with this bright golden light.
Wait, so
Oh
to
my-
trigger the thing on the axle, you're supposed to eat it?
I mean, I don't think
Roll
you're
a
supposed to,
D100 for me.
but the goat did.
Can I
Chaston,
roll
roll a
it for you?
D100.
Damn it.
This is his goat. This is his
That was my
roll.
goat, damn it.
No, it's not.
93. 93.
Okay.
I love your goat,
Send
Chaston.
my run.
It's gonna break
I wonder if the goat
reality.
is still friendly.
It's gonna break
Probably
reality.
not.
I hope it turns into an abyssal goat and eats him.
Me and this goat will ascend. It's fine.
When the goat literally
Okay.
ascends to heaven.
I am copying and pasting this from you, or for you,
Yeah.
but for only you.
Alright.
The highest passive perception of the group is 16,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
All right. None of you noticed this at first.
Yep, I'm taking that. Mm-hmm.
It looks to be a small, about 2 inches in diameter, beautiful round crystal-like object that seems to be mostly clear all the way through. But this tiny little bead of golden light coming from the inside.
Yep, I'm gonna hold on to that.
Roll a dexterity check. The goat's gonna try to eat it.
What?
Oh, I would like to talk with the goat. Would you like to eat it? That seems fine. The goat can have it.
Why are you letting him eat it with a gem?
I want him to. No, I'll do a dex check. Hold on. I'll try.
Listen.
He's
Nat 20.
rolling against you
Nat 20, 24.
for a total of 24.
I'm all for, chaos. But
No, chaos doesn't describe it. This thing broke reality.
when a goat breaks. Are you
Dude,
turning it into
10 more
BDEG?
sessions and we'll be worshipping a goat god. Don't worry about it.
Actually, can we just form a goat cult?
I am down to worship
The
it.
goat, you snatch out for the object, and as you reach for it, it's just gone from your sight. The goat snatches it into your mouth, or into its mouth,
Oh no.
and begins to chew.
Well, there's nothing I
And
could have
and
done.
swallow.
That was my highest possible.
And it breaks reality.
It also rolled a nat 20, and this is a very special goat.
Dexterity's was it plus 5 dex? Jesus.
It's
Mhm.
very special after it ate
It's
the brain.
Barely faster than me.
it's a,
Damn.
okay. I want to take. All right. I'll send you some things after this session.
I know what to do. What if I put the blindfold on the goat? What then?
The blindfold from Halma.
He will see everything. It's fine. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm considering it.
The omnipotent goat.
I want you to know this goat. My mission is to make him ascend now.
DM is drinking.
Me and my goat companion shall continue to travel. We
That
will
is the
walk on.
response.
Alright.
On the lookout.
That is,
Yeah,
that is
Oh god.
Hawk and the goat come up behind you guys, just walking. You all notice the goat's eyes are golden now. Two bright, shining golden orbs in this jet black Billy Goat's head.
Oh, wait, Wolf. I
Mhm.
just remembered something. Can I repair my Parcheesi hat? With
Do you have any spells for that? Or what would you like to try to repair?
like I'd like to use the Yeti.
Okay. Do you have proficiency in
I do not. I do not.
Okay. Roll just a general intelligence check as you try to repair this.
Okay.
What if the goat ate
Intelligence?
the Hellfire Man?
That is a 17.
17.
Yes.
Okay.
Goat, 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 goat.
All hail the goat. Since we're walking anyway and doing nothing, seems like a good thing to do.
What are you doing?
I want to carve as I'm walking. I just want to start using my wood carving to carve a goat figurine.
Is he carving the same rune again?
No, I'm making I'm just making a tiny little wooden statue of a goat.
Oh.
I'll paint
Okay.
it later.
You all keep on walking. About another hour of travel goes by, and you all can hear the music growing steadily louder.
If he eats a fairy, good. It'll keep getting louder. I'm still pissed. One of them put poison on my fucking alcohol.
I wish to get my horn out, and I begin to play my horn back at the pixies.
Back in the day. May I dance to the horn, being a monk? I presume I have with my very high dexterity.
Roll a performance check.
I actually
See
both of
how
us?
well you do it.
I have proficiency in that. Let's see.
Well, I think he wants one from me too. I got an 8.
19 for my dance.
Yes.
I got an 8.
An 8?
Yes. I'm not very
Well,
musically
my
talented.
dance is better than his music by a long shot.
The music isn't great. It doesn't really mix with the Fey music that you're hearing coming from this
I think
direction.
that's the point.
The dancing is pretty good.
That's
You dance pretty alright with it.
Awesome.
I
I'm
just
just gonna play it
dancing, and then just
louder.
boom.
I want to try and drown out the Pixies
He
music,
wants to
the
drown
Fae's
it out
music.
with horn.
You can definitely do that.
Okay.
It doesn't sound good, but you can
It's gonna-
definitely drown it out from where you are right now.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. You keep walking for about another hour. The music is getting louder and louder still, and hold on.
I would like to get my weapons ready. Please, fame.
You start to see little points of glowing light just floating through the air. This light is blue, some are red, some are green, very beautiful, floating just very slowly, drifting through the breeze. Not in any one direction, just drifting out throughout the forest.
Now, if
And
I hit one with a hellfire,
you you see this fat mouth breather bird
it's back.
fly up behind you all,
Mm-hmm.
and
Chunkers.
yeah, chunkers. And Guermeros, it lands on your shoulder.
He falls.
What's up, fool?
Whoa.
Nope, nope. I'm sorry. I'm grabbing Zerthana and I'm turning around and leaving. Nope. I know how this ends. No.
Why?
Hey, what's your problem, man?
I love to imagine the bird just cross-eyed as it's doing
Remember,
this.
it's got
really
one eye
fat.
that's normal and one that's just rolling.
Yeah, one eye is staring straight at you, and the other is just kind of drifting in circles.
It looks like an idiot. I'm casting animal friendship on it. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, one sec.
He needs to drink after all of this.
I offer a drink to the bird.
So we're totally killing these things, right?
Oh,
What?
the fairies, yeah.
The
fairies, yeah,
fairies?
100%.
Totally.
I think Fraz and Fuka went to bed.
Getting my physical dice for this because
No, I'm still alive.
Okay.
I'm still alive.
that's a 10 total.
All right.
I wish.
So the bird is now my friend.
Great. You just had to have the bird. You just had
He's
to have
just
a pet.
like,
We're gonna use it as a meat shield. Listen, I have a. This is my thought process.
Alright, as a meat shield or as food?
Hey
Yes.
man, we've known each other a while.
just
I
like-
don't want to be a
Oh,
meat
wow.
shield.
he's
No.
just like,
I just point at
He's
the
just
Fae
like-
and say, "Kill it." Nope.
he's just like, no.
What are you
homo.
pointing at?
Whatever.
Just one of the lights?
Yeah.
The bird is the one
One of the
saying
floating lights?
Yep.
Yeah, the bird is saying this.
Yep.
All
No, I
right.
got you. Yep.
He goes, "Hey man, listen.
No homo.
I prefer love, not
No,
war.
no.
All right?
No
Listen,
homo, but
you
full
take
homo.
orders now.
Hey, you know me well enough. We're good
this
friends.
is a party.
How heavy is this bird?
Very.
It's honestly like 4 or 5 pounds, which is super super heavy for this bird.
I'm grabbing the bird and I'm throwing it at
It
the
is
light.
chunky.
No. No.
Can I catch it like a football?
You throw them and you
Can I
see
catch it like
these
a-
tiny little wings sprout out of this super chunky round body and start flitting super quickly to try to maintain control. Make a strength-based attack roll with disadvantage and no proficiency.
So an
Can I-
unarmed strike. Got it.
Can I like
It's a-
catch the bird?
That's a
Can I put-
9.
Oh,
9.
Mm-hmm.
You you throw it at the light and he goes, "Hey man, hey, come on." And he like flaps these like tiny little hummingbird wings like super super quickly and like flies back over to you.
No, hold on. Why he's flying?
Do we?
Can
hear
I
this?
take up like a baseball stance and hit him with the
Yeah,
hellfire?
you all hear him speaking in common.
I would like to take up a batter stance and hit him with the hellfire mace mid-flight.
Roll to attack.
You're
Why
gonna
are you
break
trying
my
to kill the
spell.
bird.
He just tried to kill the bird. The bird is freaking
Mm.
Hawkfeather out. He doesn't want
No, listen. Leave the bird alone.
this. I
There's
rolled
no
a
reason.
22. It's too late.
Can I
Not
roll?
even. He has 1 hit point. You freaking
Can
kill
I-
the bird.
Can I
You know, I don't
stop
want
my
him?
damage
sanity.
yet. I won't hit him. Fine. God
Can
damn
I
it.
stop him? from
No, you
killing
hit him. You fully hit him. You
I
smack
stop
him out of the air.
It does at
Full
least
home run
5 damage.
style.
It does at least 5.
Can I?
I think that
Can
bird's
I-
unconscious while in flight.
Yeah, no, he's not dead. He's just like unconscious.
Yeah, he's rolling death saves now.
All right, I'm wasting a spell slot.
Keep in mind, I'm a cat. He's a bird. This is natural enemy shit.
I don't care.
I don't
I'm
think
going
home
to
running a
give-
bird is its natural enemy.
Okay, I
I'm
got
gonna
a
eat him here in a second.
5. He's got 5. He healed for 5, even though he has 1 hit point. There you go.
Okay.
He's no longer
He
under my
heals
spell.
up. You hear the heavy mouth breathing begin again, and he goes.
And I'm going to angrily stare at the cat. Well,
I'm
like
getting
not
on all
angrily.
fours and I'm getting ready to pounce.
I'm
like a-
putting the bird on my.
The spell is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Goes. Hey, come on, man. That was a cheap shot. Fight me fair.
I hope he sees me just readying to pounce. Just...
You know what? No, no. I'm gonna
Why
look.
is the bird talking?
He
I'm a-
flies up like slowly, like a couple feet off the ground.
I may or may not have dozed off. Why is
No,
this bird
I'm gonna
talking?
look at Besmos, Maxwell, and Zirthana and go. Let this work out. I have a feeling this is gonna be interesting, and I'm gonna start backing up and giving the bird and hawk feather plenty of room.
Fight, 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 fight,
Why
It's
fight,
not
are
gonna
we
be
fight.
much of
letting
a
this
fight. It's gonna be a
bird fight?
slaughter.
Because
Why
this
are we-
bird's gonna turn into like a black dragon or something, and it's gonna eat him. And that's what I'm hoping
You
for.
forget I have the god mode by my side. It's fine.
I'm literally just putting the
Nope.
bird.
I'm backing up.
I'm surprised Besmos isn't trying to eat the bird.
Oh no, I'm not. I generally do not care about.
Then let me eat the bird.
What are you trying to do to the
He's
bird?
protecting it.
Besmos?
I'm just putting it on my
Oh.
shoulder. I just don't think that it's worth his time to kill, so I don't want him to be
Fine,
distracted.
then.
He's heavy. He's like 4 or 5
Fine,
pounds.
then I'm gonna start
That's-
hitting the Fae with my Hellfire Mace.
Okay, you can
How
do
dare
that.
they
You're
fuck with my alcohol?
You're trying to hit the little floating
I want
lights.
to swing at one and see what happens.
All right, roll to attack.
That is so stupid. I
Oh
can
boy, let
fucked
the
with my
Disney
alcohol.
princess fight with each other.
How dare they touch my alcohol? Okay. 20.
You
but
don't
not
know
mad.
if they touched.
20
Yep.
hits. Roll damage.
Oh, 10.
10. As this mace slams into this little this little orb of light, you bat this little ball of light like a good 10, 15 feet through the air as it goes and
Home run.
just kind of floats there for a second. And you see these tiny little sparks of electricity starting to come off it as it's like light green color starts to turn a this deep red color. It's roll a dex save.
I knew this was coming, and I don't care.
So all for letting the cat die?
15. Get me out of here.
15. You take 12 points of lightning damage reduced to 6
Ow.
as this little ball of light shoots this tiny little lightning bolt at you and then immediately flies away, like up into the sky.
Hawkfeather loses interest and starts to walk away.
Okay.
Did I get counterspelled by a bird or wait? I'm just realizing something here. feel insulted.
Oh yeah, the bird at this point. He's like looking over at Bismos and he goes, "Dog, what's
Hello
up
there.
with your what's up with the cat guy? Why is he such a dick?"
He is a cat.
I'm just acting like a cat.
Hmm.
I don't know what you expect from me.
That's
Although
it's a
he is
little
a
racist,
weird
man.
cat.
Not gonna lie.
I'm literally a giant cat.
Just assuming that he's a terrible person because he's a cat. I'm just asking, like, what's his deal, man?
I
I look
whisper
at him
over
blank.
to.
I just look at him blankly, and I say, "He is a cat."
I whisper over to Guillermo's and say, "Aren't birds and cats natural enemies?"
At this point, I said we just poison the cat and feed it to the bird.
Now?
I mean, that's a possibility.
And I was the disliked one.
You were the
You still
indifferent
are.
one. He's just there.
I never said I disliked you.
Oi, bird,
Listen.
why do you talk?
Well, there's this dope dragon.
Shit, I called it.
He lives a little that way. No, but no. He's cool. He's cool.
Where's the
He's
carriage?
not like rude. He's like
I walk.
pretty, and
I
he
walk to
helps
the
us
direction.
talk.
Hawk
No,
Feather
he's
runs
a
off
cool dude.
towards the direction.
Where is
Hey,
the?
where are you going? Where are you
To the
going? He's
dragon.
really
To the
nice.
dragon.
You're-
I talk to the bird and I ask, "Where is the dragon located?"
Oh, he's just over in that direction, and he nods his like super chunky, fat head over in the direction that you're walking towards.
Maxwell.
Yep. Hawk Feather's running towards it.
Should
Hawk Feather's interested.
we shall travel to the? Shall we travel to this dragon?
Hawk Feather's
Maybe
already
we
gone.
can
Hawk Feather's already going.
get help.
Hawkfeather, you're running.
Full carry the
Okay.
goat, yes.
He's running while he's using feline agility, and he's sprinting. Like he's
Hey, no, here's the combo. It's
dashing.
dash, feline agility, step of wind. Okay, get it right.
Oh, brother.
using all the movement speed. He moves like a million miles an hour.
Pretty sure I can cause a hurricane by running at this point. It's fine.
But yeah, I'm. Well, if he thinks we should go and see this dragon, maybe he can help us.
Maxwell's
I'm gonna
asleep.
befriend the
He's
dragon
snoring in the
first.
background.
Damn.
I'm gonna befriend the dragon.
Frez, wake up! Wow.
Uh,
There he is. Good morning, Frez. Imagine
morning.
Almost
It's 10
over.
p.m.
It's
Imagine.
almost over, Fraz.
you've woken up next beside
sorry.
me.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I'd run.
So this bird told us that there is a dragon nearby, and he said he is.
I don't know about any of you, but I'm going to converse with this dragon. So,
You know, we could just
I
talk
mean,
to the
you better
dragon.
hope Hawk Feather doesn't
Depending
fly
on what
down
kind of
top
dragon it
us,
is.
'cause I just
I
ran off
mean,
for
I don't know
dragon.
why you guys are trying to kill it.
I
Since
mean,
you-
Yeah, we could just talk to
I
the
didn't think
dragon.
about killing him just running there.
I
We
say
could
we
kill him if he's like hostile.
I say we kill Hawk Feather.
I mean, I kind of second that notion, but let's not go there.
Can we at least keep it on the
No.
table that we use him as a sacrificial pawn?
Meat shield. A
You
very
say that,
fast
but I'm
meat
the
shield.
fastest. I'm the one that's gonna get away.
You do know dragons like their prey the fastest, right?
Well,
It's there,
apparently.
so the reality-shattering goat just makes it not exist.
Hey, can I like step in here? Like,
Shut up, bird.
this
You're not
dragon's
part of
pretty
this.
cool.
Keep your mouth
The
shut.
bird
We're
is
Roll a
going.
dex save.
The bird is part of.
I'm casting
Bird
animal
you know.
friendship
Roll a
on the
dex
bird again.
save,
Damn it.
Guermeros.
Damn it. Just wanted to get this bird to throw it at something. 20.
20.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Fucking bird.
You succeed, so you only take 8 points of fire damage
Uh huh.
as this bird opens its mouth and belches fire in your face
Fuck yeah.
as you tell him to shut up.
I'm killing the bird.
And he begins to fly up into the air.
How
Bird.
can a fat bird like that fly?
Yeah.
I say that's out of character.
And he
How
goes,
can a fat bird?
No, I say that
you
in
don't
character.
tell me, you don't tell me to shut up. And that dragon is cool, all right?
How does a bird as
He's a pretty
fat as
cool
you
dude.
fly?
Roll another deck save.
I just
Worth-
walk away.
Worth a
Bird,
question.
may you please show us the way for
6.
this dragon?
Well, that's a
Okay.
fail probably.
Yeah, you take 18 points of fire damage.
So in the time they're having this talk, how close am I to the dragon?
I mean, I'm still walking, so
No, you're sprinting in that direction, and you're
Yeah.
just still sprinting through the woods.
I just went running towards the dragon.
Yeah.
I am going to ask the bird if he can guide the Catman to where the dragon is.
I mean, sure, yeah.
Fucking birds.
Okay.
He's a few miles away. It's
okay.
pretty cool though.
Just don't get close to
Yeah, but no, he's really nice. He likes to party. Can you not hear the music?
Oh, is
Oh.
that his music?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a jam.
I myself have never done such activities before,
yawn.
but I do appreciate this jam you speak of. I find it quite enjoyable.
Fucking kiss ass.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun.
Mm.
And you're
I-
telling me if
So y'all want to head to the dragon now?
yeah, I'm heading to the dragon. I still think
Yeah, we can talk to the dragon. Shut the fuck up. Don't mention murdering the dragon, or I will do that to you
Cool.
instead.
I didn't say anything about the dragon. I said I still think I should have eaten the bird.
All in favor
Alright,
of murdering
he,
the cat?
Yes.
Put him in a second and throw him at the river or something.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, cats can't swim, so it's a possibility.
I can make a paper bag.
It's biodegradable and good for the
as
environment.
as you're running, the trees are beginning to get a lot taller, and there's this thick kind of mist that seems to be rolling through this forest at this point. You see where there were just every now and then a few little lights floating through the sky. There are hundreds now throughout the forest as you're sprinting through. Yeah, the music is a lot louder now. Let's see. And the fog begins to take on this kind of light pink color.
Hmm.
And you begin to feel
Oh
relaxed.
no. This has happened to me before. No.
Unless you're an elf, in which case you don't, probably.
But yeah, that's all you get right now. You're still running through searching for a dragon. Yeah. So the rest of you are just slowly traveling towards the dragon, as in not sprinting that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So I, as my companion over here, the drunken companion, gets burned alive, I try and conversate with the bird, asking, so what is this dragon's like? Do you know its name? what type of breed it is, what it spews out, stuff like that.
You know, I never asked his name. Hmm. I don't know what breed he is. I just know he calls himself a dragon, so he's a dragon, I guess.
Okay.
Hey, I'm a dragon, and I didn't hear no
Oh,
bell.
cool, man.
God damn it!
This bird's flying like 15 feet in the air.
Fucking birds.
Aren't you friends
Oh,
with
you
this
didn't hear
bird?
no bell, did you?
No, let's go. I'm gonna throw my boomerang.
Good heavens.
Roll a dex save
God
Hey,
damn it!
and an attack roll.
Look at what I just sent you.
20 for the deck save and 10 for the attack with the boomerang. I will bring this bird to me.
Who are you, Link?
I didn't hear no bell.
Okay.
Good grief.
You take 17 points of fire damage,
Ouch. That
Bring
hurts.
it on.
and the boomerang misses the bird as he dodges out of the way and hits the tree and doesn't come back to you.
All right, I got this. I want to see something.
Oh no.
I'm gonna do blood curse of bloated agony on this thing. I want to see if it can get any fatter.
Not.
Listen, either it's already had this cast, or this is gonna be really funny.
Oh no.
Okay, could you read to me exactly what it does?
You curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you to painfully swell until the end of your next turn. For the duration of the curse, the creature has disadvantage on strength and dex ability checks, and takes 1d8 of necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
He amplified to last longer in one turn.
I can't amplify at my level. I'm too low. I've only got one level in Blood Hunter.
Okay.
Why are you doing this to the bird?
I want to see
You-
how much fatter it can get, damn it. Now this is a question of science.
You see it's staring at you right now
Mhm.
as this tiny little lick of flame starts to come out of its mouth, and its eyes get super wide, and like the one eye that's staring at you keeps staring at you, but the other eye that's circling like jolts right to your eyes. And now like it's looking at you with both eyes. And you see it begin to plump and swell in the body, and its eyes get wide, and it goes, "Oh no, oh no, I'm bringing you down with me." And he dive bombs you as he begins to
Oh.
fatten and fatten and fatten.
Wait, I got this.
I cast resistance on myself because
Okay.
I'm.
Is
Uh,
disengage an option?
Does a 16 hit?
My AC?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a barbarian. I don't have high AC. Like, my job's to get hit.
You take 21 points of damage as this fat bird that's already been incredibly chunky and is somehow just sustained by the magic of this dragon that keeps it alive begins to swell even more and more and more. And right as it impacts with you, it explodes in this gout of fire and bird gore. And you
Fried
take
chicken.
21 points of damage
Got it.
What an
as
idiot. That
it
was
pretty much
our way
explodes
of
itself on
dragon.
you.
Should have kept the carriage now, shouldn't we?
I'm still. Someone would get me up. I'm down.
I'm not.
As
helping
you're
him.
down.
I'm not
as
helping
you
him.
fall,
Fried chicken was worth it.
this 10-foot square area beneath you begins to get wet and wobbly and turns into this deep mud. Yeah.
Well, I had Arcana,
And
but I'm out. I'm kind of
you-
cold.
You start to sink just slightly into it. Not sinking into it, just like squish back down as you fall into it.
Mm. I'm out cold.
Yeah.
So the bird is
Is
dead?
everyone... Yeah, the bird is super dead. It realized
Yes.
it was expanding to a point that it couldn't sustain, so it chose to take him out with him.
I think it's going for a
I'm just
rest
Kinda
letting you all-
figured.
I'm just letting you all know I'm not healing the gorilla.
You're the druid. You do something. I'm
Oh no,
not.
I'm not healing the gorilla. I'm just not. If the bird was able to be healed, I would heal the bird, but I'm not healing.
But Besmos, we're best friends.
You killed the bird that was going to take us to the dragon.
I'll find
Hawk.
another.
The goat in your arms begins to speak. Not in your head, just out loud.
Oh
now.
lord. Okay, I'm getting another glass.
My master.
Oh god.
Nope. Alcohol is needed.
The bird is no more. I can feel it.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Running to the dragon.
All right. Just keep running.
I wanted the bird dead. That's fine. Makes me happy.
Okay.
You seem to want the bird dead.
I need to send a few things.
Wolf, did you read my message that
I did. All right. The bird is dead. So, well, Guermeros is in the mud, bleeding out.
That's fine.
He is burned and singed and bloody everywhere.
Keep the cart moving.
Are you just leaving him?
Do you guys want him?
Sorry.
Do you guys want to bring him?
Why do we need to bring him?
Do you want to? I'm asking.
Yeah.
I mean,
He killed
out
the
of
bird.
character.
This was
Out
going
of
to take-
character. Hold on. Out of character. Royce can become another Cameron this time, having another character build up.
Want to. The bird, which was our way to the dragon, or at least
I
guaranteed way to the
mean,
dragon.
do we at least see a path of where Hawkfeather made
He's not.
Wolf?
He-
Roll a survival check.
$15.
Oh my god.
15? Yeah, you can pretty easily follow where he went.
So why do we need the bird again? As a voucher? Is
Roll at least 3 death saves, Guermeros. Just keep rolling until you reach one point or the other.
I was doing that. I'm already dead.
Oh my
Oh, you're
god. Well,
dead. Okay.
Yo, I
this
told you
is
he's going
character
for a
number
record.
5.
He's going for a death at every session.
I've rolled 2 successes and 3 fails. I'm so mad.
Wait, do you get like in a row? Do you get 2 successes and a triple fail?
No, I got 2 successes and actually, that's exactly it.
Yep.
Oof.
Well, what you sent me makes me happy. This
Yeah, I
is-
thought so.
This is good.
I mean,
oh my god, I can't wait for it to
I
happen.
mean, if I glance over at Guillermo's, is he dead?
Yeah.
Looking at him now, yeah, he stopped breathing.
I mean,
And
we can't
now
take him
the mud
anymore.
is slowly like overtaking him.
oh, now I can pull him out of the mud. Okay, I'll pull him out of the mud and toss him in the cart.
Why are we carrying a dead man?
Food.
Ration.
We left the last one.
Oh right, no, we left the cart. That is right.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have the cart anymore.
I guess you know.
If
I
anything, I may just go
will-
back and grab it. But in my
I
tiny
mean, the
figure, I don't
axle's
think
broken. Do as you wish.
I can still fix it.
Like I said,
Hawk is
do it.
still running.
Yep. Miles and
I'll
miles.
take him out of the mud.
Okay.
That is it. And then I'll just put him
No,
on the
he's going.
ground.
You know he's gonna get entrapped and ensnared by the mud again, right?
Why would he?
He's dead.
It isn't from his blood. It's legitimately just mud.
Loot the body.
What?
Oh, of course I'm gonna loot the body.
No, the mud seemed to pretty much appear out of nowhere. It didn't just come from his blood.
Oh.
Like this 10-foot area square around him began to become mud
Yeah, I'll
as he
take
was
him-
attacking the bird.
I'm going to take him out of the mud and put him out of the mud. And if it
You
if
take
it
him
mud-
out of the mud and you put him
land
in the
on-
mud.
I said out of the mud.
Okay, you take him out of the mud.
Yep. And I'll put him on the ground away from the mud.
Okay,
And if the mud reappears again, then I'm just leaving.
it does.
Okay.
Like I said,
We're going
I'm just
on
gonna
then.
go back and grab the fucking carriage.
Why? It's- There's no point.
I don't know why we left it there in the first place.
Because the axle is broken and there's no reason to fix it.
I have mending.
There's no reason to fix it.
I'm
Can
just
you
going
mend
with
what
it.
was? That's the question.
What? No, I didn't hear your question. What was that?
When it comes to the cart, can you mend what was eaten?
What
No,
was-
you cannot.
Yeah, I was about to say the goat kind of ate the axle.
That's way too much.
He ate the entire axle. It's not
Way
very
too much
cool.
to be mended.
Yeah, no.
The only one who can
there's-
fix this point is me if I carve a new.
Yeah, so.
Fucking god.
Yeah.
Now I
Guillermo
really
is
needed this
dead.
drink.
I guess he is going to be getting a new character every session.
I mean, keep in mind if you didn't get that drink, Guillermo still has the alcohol on it. Oh no, he poured it out. No,
Oh,
I'm feeling with
you know
alcohol.
what? I will grab. I'll grab his like wine skin.
It's empty.
Well,
if
You
you
don't
don't.
don't know how to make wine.
Only I do.
I said I'm gonna tell him. I'm grabbing.
He's grabbing it.
Okay.
We're gonna make more.
On him, yeah, you don't see a whole lot. You see just average adventuring equipment. The wineskin. He has a signet ring on his hand.
I'll grab the
Uh,
ring too.
What about
and
the
I'll
map?
just put it on.
The map case.
Oh, and the map.
Okay,
I'll grab the map.
uh, As you grab the ring, you immediately take 11 points of poison damage. As there is contact poison on the
Oh,
ring.
Interesting.
that's nice.
Okay. do that then. 11. Okay. I'm still taking the. Well, I mean, I'll probably like wash off, but I'll
Okay.
still take it and then I'll put it on.
Sounds good.
And then I'll grab the map and I'll grab the wine.
Okay. You loot his body. And
I would skin
are
him.
you
and-
heading off?
I would skin him and butcher him too, but apparently everybody in the party.
What? Why? Okay.
He's a lizard man. What do you expect?
He's a druid.
And
That doesn't. That doesn't.
If
have
anything, he would have
any-
let the nature take care of him.
I can still utilize.
it's like the
Forget
Indians,
it.
let nothing
Forget
go
it.
waste.
I'm not questioning it anymore.
Okay, good. I'm not skinning her. Map. I'm just adding the stuff.
All right. Yeah, and with that, I imagine you keep going.
Yep.
All right. You start making your way through the forest, and you begin to see the lights become much more frequent. The little lights floating throughout the air. And this heavy fog, this mist, starts to roll through the forest. Doesn't seem to be affected by the winds that blow through here.
Does it
Uh,
sort of?
and it has this like super light pink kind of tint to it.
Does it seem similar to the fog that was in my? Like, does it seem?
Roll a nature check.
I hope I'm good at it. I hope I'm good at nature as a druid. I'm okay. I got a 9. Oh,
9?
Yeah, I
Best
got a
druid
9.
ever.
You're not sure. The fact that it's pink says something.
Can I roll a nature check?
Sure.
Yo, somebody had a gender reveal party for
Somebody.
Uh,
A
Actually,
forest
no, no.
fire starts.
actually,
No,
it was a,
not
actually, it was
again.
a,
This is
actually,
no.
actually, it was
I
a
got a
gender
nat
reveal
20
party.
plus a 5, so 25.
All right. This is definitely not natural fog. It is
a-
pink. It is very easy to see that. And based on your study of the arcane and what you know, if what the bird said is true, dragons do have a way of affecting the region around them where they make their lair. But you've never heard of a dragon that creates pink fog?
Can I roll a history check? Or is that asking a little bit too much?
Hogfeather's walking right into it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you know. With a nat 20, that's like the best you're gonna get.
Okay.
Don't worry, Hogfeather's got this. All right.
If I see a cooked cat, I'm out. It-
Hawkfeather. We'll cut back to you because you've been running for a while now.
All right then.
The goat in your arms says, "My master, we approach it."
Go.
About time.
As the fog begins to drift apart and the music now is extremely loud.
Too fucking.
As the fog starts to part, you see through about 50 more yards of forest, there is a very, I mean, massive clearing. that looks to be a half a mile wide in diameter. Um, and you see wooded animals,
Woodland creatures.
um,
Alright.
woodland creatures. That's what I was going
There you
for.
go.
You see hundreds of them, thousands of them, all walking around, flying around, speaking in common, playing what look to be human instruments, and all pretty much having a party. You see there's like a bird making out with a squirrel over in some corner. You see there are like animals drinking what looks like alcohol off this like, and it's all open. There's no buildings or anything
Yo, are these
except
the
for this
satanic animals from
massive.
South Park?
Sorry.
Are these the satanic creature animals from South Park?
No. There's this massive uh like Aztec pyramid like structure in the middle of the clearing. But other than that, there are no buildings, no shacks, no anything. They're just out in the open air, all playing. Like you see, there are animals playing like on one side of the clearing and on this side, and they all seem to be playing in sync the same song. Um, and they're having a fine old time.
What are the odds I can stealth into that fucking Aztec thing? Or I can just sprint for it. That's also an option.
I, Besmus, am a master of deception and social interaction. Hello,
I'm sprinting for the Aztec thing.
man.
You're sprinting for it?
I want to know what it is.
Okay. You break the tree line, and as you're sprinting for it,
On all fours.
like a bunch of the animals turn to look at you and then just like keep going with their party.
Sick.
You hear the music actually starts to pick up its pace, and it almost like keeps on beat with your foot falls like on the ground. Like it's getting super fast here. And it's really strange. You get a D8 inspiration dice
Oh.
as you're running for this temple. And you climb up to the top, and sitting at the top, it's this large, like 100-foot square, like flat top of this sort of Aztec looking temple, and on the top there is this massive, I mean, colossal creature that you have no idea what it is. It looks to be this strange, almost like cat-like body with no fur. You see these kind of webbed fins like going up its head and down its spine, but it has these large, beautifully colored, like every color of the rainbow, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, multicolored like butterfly wings that spread out of its back. And this long, barbed kind of tail that stretches down behind it. And it's just kind of resting on its haunches. And as you get up to the top and you are standing now 30, 40 feet away from its face, it says, "Well, hello there. I've been expecting you."
I just stare at it.
And
worriedly.
then that's where we are going to pick up next time.
Oh god.
Wolf, I found the music that they're playing.
It's the pizza team, Spider-Man 2.
No, it's not. God
I don't
damn it.
trust you.
Cave Javan.
Cave Javin from Avatar.
Actually, yeah. It's